And here are the finds for 4 outings with the Quest Q30. All this crazy amount of clad here. And then these guys here. So we have this silver chain, which is complete silver. Then we've got a couple of tungsten rings over there. 2, 3, I believe 3. And then 1, 2, 3 gold rings. And I believe this is a silver ring. Not sure. I believe that's a silver ring there. But 3 gold rings, 1 silver ring, 3 tungsten rings, a silver bracelet, and a couple of these guys here, which I don't even know what yet. Probably just some bling, but they cleaned up really nice. Really nice. And of course a ton of this crap over here. In 4 outings at the pitcher's mound. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Joey again. You're watching Vegas D-Tech, and this is Tech Talk number 32. And tonight, guys, I got a this is kind of like a rant, you know, a little bit, because I had to bring something up. And you know, my wife told me not to actually make this video. She said that I need to be the bigger person and not to say nothing bad about this, but I've had a amazing week this week in metal detecting. Okay, I have gone out to this park that is near my house, and I've gone out there for years, man, but I've been doing it all wrong, bro. I've been having a single frequency mentality when I should have been using a multi-frequency mentality, right? So anyways, man, look, here's the situation. I uploaded some YouTube shorts for you. It's not nothing I normally do. I just discovered how to do that. But I've been using that because, okay, here's a little story. Just this week right here, right? In detecting the baseball field pitcher's mound, I have been able to amass 6 rings and a bracelet, like a silver bracelet, and 6 rings. 3 of them were gold, three of them gold, 1 silver, 2 tungsten, and then that silver bracelet. All right, and I found all of them in 4 hunts. So I think 7 pieces of jewelry in 4 hunts in that little ballpark area. Now, this is the situation that happened, right? As unbelievable as that sounds, of finding something like that, because I never find anything like that. There is a terminology that metal detectorists like to use, and it's called a honey hole, right? Anybody who's been doing this for any length of time knows that you guys can get on a streak of finding things, man. You find that honey hole, and it may not happen for a long time, but this has got to be enough to keep you in the game for when things run dry and it looks like you can't find nothing. You can always reflect back on this moment when you were able to find just a streak of great things, man. And I'm just, you know, glory be to God that He allowed me to have this euphoric moment, you know. It's been a down week for my wife. Her father passed away last night, you know, at 91. He passed away in his sleep. So, you know, on a down note like that, you know, he lived a good life. And I just want to say that when I go out there and I detect like this here, you know, it's I needed this. I really needed this, because she's been crying for, you know, her and her sister's been crying for a while now, you know, when they found this news. And I just needed this to energize my soul so that I can try to bring happiness to her and her family. And so, guys, the honey hole, getting back to the honey hole, you're going to find this. Any detectorist knows that at some point lightning does strike, okay? And it struck for me to bring me all those finds. Now, here's the situation that's happened, right? I found all those things with this Quest, this Q40, all right? And some people are telling me, he goes, Joey, you've got me really excited about the Quest, man. I'm thinking about getting one. Guys, I don't work for this company, and I'm not telling you that if you buy this detector, that's going to happen for you. I can't say that any more than saying that if you buy the Equinox 800 or the Legend, that you're going to find a bunch of things. There's just, no, I can't say that, so I won't. All I can say about the Quest detector is that it is more than capable. Is it the reason that I found all those things? No. There is a reason why I found those things, and I'm going to bring that up to you. But there's one small thing, there's a little caveat to this video I want to bring up to you. The other day, I come home from work, right, and I sit down, and I broke open my bag of Cheetos, and I started wanting to watch some videos. And I pulled up, you know, a channel. I pulled up a channel that I'm subscribed to, and you know, God bless this guy. You know, God bless him. He made a video, you know, and the thing that's crazy about it is that all of these channels, you know, my channel, his channel, other people's channels, all of the subscribers are all like, we all have subscribed to each other's channel. So it was kind of odd when I got when this happened, right? So I turned on his channel. I'm breaking open the Cheetos and I'm eating, and it goes on, and the individual had made some mention about he has subscribed to some channel where he thinks that the guy is actually being phony and staging his finds, right? And it just blew over my head. You know, I'm eating Cheetos and I'm just trying to get, you know, I'm just trying to unwind. And then my wife is sitting right next to me here on the couch, and she goes, "Is he talking about you?" And I was like, What? Talking about me for what? She was, rewind that again. Rewind that. The YouTube, rewind it. I rewound it again, and the individual was doing a little thing, a little test, and his words were, he goes, "Hey guys, I'm subscribed," this is his words, "I'm subscribed to at least one channel where I would never come out and say that what he's doing is staging his finds because you just don't know." That was cool. And then he went as far as to say, "But yeah, every time I see this guy's video, I begin to think, man, what are you doing, man?" Right? He goes, "You don't need to bury stuff and pretend like you found it. That's just not cool, man." Right? And I was just thinking, he can't be talking about me. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, because I've been on this hot streak of finding things, I went to work, man, and you know, I'm a bartender and I'm pouring drinks, and the whole time I'm driving to work and I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, wow, man, because my channel means a lot to me. You know, the content that I make, you guys here, I mean, it means a lot to me. And if someone's going to say that and maybe insinuate, he didn't say my name, but it's somebody that I've known, because the entire time that I've had my channel, we've been working diligently side by side, you know, in supporting one another. And then just recently when that came out, it just seemed like something was off, right? And I was going to actually address this individual on his channel and leave a comment, and my wife, you know, she says, "Don't do that, no, don't do that." She goes, just leave it alone. Just be the bigger person, right? That's her verbiage. Be the bigger person. See, my wife is Filipino, all right, and being that she's full Filipino, she has a very passive personality. You know, she's very kind. She doesn't believe in doing anything against somebody. You know, just walk away if you can. You know, she's a church body. So I'm like, okay, hun, I understand what you're saying. But I am half German. And at some point in time, when I see things bad, that side of me wants to react, all right? And that's the only reason why I have been compelled to say this. Listen, guys, this individual that's making this, you know, connotation on his channel about somebody is staging stuff, I would never come out and say that, all right? Even if I thought that was the case, because you have one of two things that you can do if you lose credibility in a channel. Number one, you can go ahead and just unsubscribe from that channel, right? Clean all your notifications, turn it all off, and that person's channel should never pop up on your YouTube again, right? And so you're never going to be distracted by this individual saying, "Look, I found this and that," because you've unsubscribed to him and you're no longer paying attention to him. On the other side, you could have a multi-frequency mind, and you could actually say, you know what, I'd like to know how you're doing this. You know, how exactly are you finding these things? Because this is how I would do it. I would be like, I would be humble, and I'd be like, man, I would really love to know what it is that you're doing that I'm doing wrong, because I want the same results that you're getting, man. Is it my detector? Is it my program setting? Is it wrong? Am I looking in the wrong spot? Can you help me out, right? There's only one of two ways that you can do it. Unsubscribe or ask for advice. And I am always open and willing to give my advice to anybody that wants it. Now, am I some kind of a god of metal detector? No, I'm nothing. I'm nothing, man. And look at, man, well, look at this cheap old Chinesium detector that I'm using here. What did this thing cost? Like 350 bucks? Dude, I actually bought another one. This is the Q40. I bought a Q30 just to test it and see if it's any good. You know, that should be arriving here tomorrow or something like that. But man, look, I'm nobody, man. I'm not rich. You know, I am poor as hell, man. I still work for a living. But, dude, I am old enough to be this person's father that's telling you all this stuff about people staging. Who in the hell has time to do that? Who really has time to go to a park and waste people's time staging stuff, burying stuff, and pretending like you found it? Bro, in those YouTube shorts, I am in the cold, I am in the wet, I am in the rain, I am in the dark. You know what I mean? Like, who's gonna go through all those elements like that to try to fake finding some jewelry? You know what I mean? I have plenty of jewelry that I have found over the years. You know what I mean? As anybody has. I don't need to fake finding stuff. You know what I mean? It's not so odd or off the cuff that you actually will find something. When I don't know if you're like if this individual is looking for you guys to do some type of emotional dance and all this other stuff when you find something, man. When I find a piece of jewelry, I found a piece of jewelry. I mean, if it's silver, silver is 57 cents a gram. It's not like I'm going to do a whole bunch of cartwheels and toe clicks and dancing around. Dude, I'm in my 50s, man. I don't need to do all the things. Now, when I do find something that's substantial, especially if it's gold, gold means a lot. You know what I mean? Gold does have substantial worth. So when I find gold, I do get excited about that. But is it so hard for somebody to actually go to a park and I have a certain way that I go and detect, okay? Now, I made a video a while back, a few months ago, maybe it was even more than that, maybe it was 6 months ago. It was called Smart Detecting, okay? And it addressed how I normally go out to a new area, what would bring me to go to a certain spot? What would lure me to go to a certain park and look in a certain area? Why I feel this area would be more advantageous to the way I detect and what I'm looking for, as opposed to going to that spot. It was called Smart Detecting, and you know, it basically was like, if you look in a dumpster, expect to find trash. Okay. Now, every time that I've gone to one of my channels here that I like, guys that I like, when they find jewelry, they generally will tell you why they found it, why they search a certain area, and why they believe that that area was going to be fruitful in them finding things. Okay, it's just obvious. More people go to a certain area and this area gets pounded by people, the higher likelihood that the activities that they do, the amount of people that go through there, that things that you're looking for will actually be there, right? Now, I should be big, I should be bigger, and I shouldn't even say this, man. But in one video that this person did, he stayed by a bicycle rack for the entire time of his video. And he detected a little 15-foot area, and he was digging up every little single target. That was his material for his show, okay? And I don't know, man. Some guys want to make a channel where they're taking you out on a live dig and they're digging everything up. And if it turns out to be trash, they're cool with that, because they were just narrating and they just wanted to show you the realities of digging up targets, and chances are 98% of the time you're going to find nothing but rubbish. Okay, now you know what, that's cool. I mean, if that's the angle that person's, you know, content is, where he's bringing you out, he wants you to hear the tone of a detector, he wants you to actually go down and pull it out and show you, this and that. That's great. I have nothing bad to say about it, okay? But nothing was found in 20-minute video. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I actually commented on there and I asked them, why did you stay in this one little spot for the entire duration of your video instead of moving to another area? Why did you stay in this spot? And all you found were like broken pencil erasers, crusty pennies, and trash. You know what I mean? I mean, I just asked. And if you're not finding anything, possibly you're not going anywhere that has a good enough reason for you to find something, okay? I can attribute this much. When I found my very first gold ring, it hit on a number 57. It was the last find of the night, and something opened up my brains, and I was like, man, I always cherry pick. I use high discrimination. I cherry pick quarter tones and higher because I'm looking for silver, and that's all I would ever find is a big old box full of silver rings. But my remember I was telling you about what I made? I think I said I had like 11 gold rings out of my entire time that I made this channel, and I must have like 50 silver or something like that. So the ratio is like 5-to-1 silver to gold because I haven't trained my ears to actually detect the low tones. Well, something hit me right there, man. You know, in my program that I used on this quest here, and that number 57, man, that 57 is an ice cold nickel tone. And I went out to this park over here, and I have been there for like 3 days now, all the way through the dark, and I have been like very slowly and diligently searching. You know, not going really fast, cherry picking. You know, the only thing I did on there is I notched out the zinc penny. You know, I mean, I still find them because when they get crusty, they're gonna come up anyways. But I just like waved the zinc penny and I said, I want that gone. And as far as discrimination, I left everything else in. I let this be the discrimination because I can clearly hear what it sounds like, and there's the VDI that tells me what the number is. I can determine because my mind is multi-frequency, right? So I went ahead and went to this baseball mound with the understanding and the idea that the activities that would transpire on that baseball mound would probably be more advantageous towards me finding jewelry, being that people are throwing things constantly and things could fly off their fingers. That was my thought process on it. And because I did that, I was able to find a lot of rings. Just like normally, when UNLV has a not basketball, but volleyball tournament, I know, because I follow the community trends here, I know when UNLV is going to have a tournament in the volleyball courts, that I would like to go out there right afterwards and try to do some detecting to see if somebody's going to lose something. Is it so hard to believe that you're going to find a belly button ring or an earring or a broken piece of jewelry from a necklace? Is it so hard to believe that? No, it really ain't. So, you know, if this individual can't believe, you know, that it is possible for you to have a streak and that lightning can hit you, there is a YouTube content creator named Casey Neistat. You may not know him, maybe you do. He had a fake Chinese adage that he put on there. He said something to the degree of, if you can't believe that something can be done, he goes, please don't interfere with those of us that are actually doing it. And that's the last thing that I want to say about that, guys. I'm too old to actually sit here and have this rant between channels. I never wanted to do it in the first place. My wife told me not to do it. She'd be the bigger person and not say anything about it. But I was just like, dude, I don't stage nothing. I never stage. Sometimes when you go detecting, it's very difficult to have a camera. The pressure of having a camera on and trying to find something live, it's a lot of pressure, man, because when I actually go detecting and I'm serious about detecting, I need my mind and I need my ears to be completely in tune with what I'm doing. I have to be grounded to the detecting, and it's hard for me to try to narrate a live dig session because I have the pressure of this camera just sitting here on my arm recording, and the camera's getting hot. I'm running out of storage space, or I'm running out of battery, and I'm like in this rush to find a good target, so I pass over all these low tones that I should be investigating, and I'm only trying to cherry pick a high tone so that I can pull out a quarter or maybe find a piece of silver, and then I miss out. And so lately I decided to leave the GoPro at home and to go out there and try to, if I find something, then I just do a YouTube short, you know, to show you what I found. Guys, it's been an amazing week. 6 rings and a bracelet in 4 hunts in the pitcher's mound. I moved away from the pitcher's mound and I continued detecting, and the number 57 did come up, but every time that I found something, it was either a nickel or a pull tab, which is generally what's going to happen. Honey holes do happen, guys. You will find your honey holes. Lightning will strike, and when it does, man, be happy for it, because it doesn't happen very often. Guys, that's all I have for you. This is Joey. You're watching Vegas Detect. This is Tech Talk number 32. Back in the lounge again. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. I'll see you guys on the next video. You guys be well, like and subscribe. Take it easy.